Yes.
I gotta put my face on.
Yeah, we're live.
I texted and called you, but still you won't explain.
I gotta get off my phone.
Yeah,
Owens.
probably stop scrolling.
Even a week will
It's an obsession.
it feels so right.
When you get your weekly report, how many hours a day?
I don't even want to tell you. I don't even
Tell
know.
me. I
I'm
bet
not
it
telling you.
can't be as bad as
It's like
mine.
7.
I'm at like 10.
You know what we're doing? It's dopamine hits. Is what it is.
It's work. I'm working.
Well, you're working. I'm just goofing off, doing nothing. Terrible. I'm watching recipe videos. Is what I'm doing. I'm collecting them all in my new.
Maybe that's not true. There were 2 or 3 more, but no one would sign this thing. So it's all now up to you. It's not gonna hurt at all. Just a solid week or 2. Having the babies. If I don't hear back from you tonight, there are no ladies who can say they are this tight. Having the babies. If I don't hear back from you tonight, if you sign it, I will take the pills today. Twin flames, we'll get doused and go away. Let me in, I wanna be one of your tribe. You and me have a real friend, lover vibe. Oh, having the babies. If I don't hear back from you tonight, there are no ladies who can say they are this tight. Having the babies. If I don't hear back from you tonight, if you sign it, I will take the pills today. Twin flames, we'll get doused and go away. Let me in, I wanna be one of your tribe. You and me have a real friend, lover vibe. Oh, having the babies. If I don't hear back from you tonight, there are no ladies who can say they are this tight. Having the babies. If I don't hear back from you tonight.
Well, great. Where are we? Where are we? Why are we so small? Welcome back. Hi, everyone. It's Saturday.
Everyone.
Stephanie's here. Those of you who don't know my sister, this is my sister, Steffi.
Hi.
She's a lawyer. We're going to read some new documents today because apparently Laura Owens is getting her butt kicked in the California court now. And Omar's filings are pretty amazing. Omar Serrato has filed a response to Laura's attempt to renew the domestic violence restraining order against
bizarre.
poor Mike Maricini.
Poor guy.
Oh, God. All right. We have a lot to get to, so let's just get to it because there's not only the thing to renew, but apparently, and I haven't read this one yet, Omar also put in a motion to disqualify Jingy.
So that's going to be interesting to read. I wonder what that's based on.
I know.
Wait. Is he barred in California?
Who?
Gingras?
Yes.
Oh, he is.
It's too bad he isn't barred in California, if you know what I mean.
Oh.
Barred from the state.
So he's a member of the bar in Arizona and California.
Yes. Not for long, though, apparently.
And
Arizona's not putting up with this crap anymore.
And Mike Maricini's lawyer is trying to get him removed from the case.
Well, right.
Have we looked at, do you know why? Have you read it?
No, I haven't read it yet, but he entered the case. Let me move this screen over here. Gingras entered the case in California, but there is some rumor that maybe he dropped out. We're not sure. Yes, text says, did he stumble out of the bar? Possibly. You know, he got a second DUI, right? In July.
Oh, no.
He got arrested in the middle of the night just a few minutes away from Laura's house. The day before she filed this thing in California that had his name all over it.
Oh
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Doesn't she live kind of out in the middle of nowhere?
She lives like 6 minutes from Mom.
Oh, really?
Mm-hmm.
So it could be innocent. He could have been going to the Fries or something.
Oh, please. Oh, please.
just
Oh,
saying.
please. He was not going to Fry's.
Could have been.
What? Where's my button? Where is it? What? Okay. What? Okay. We have to get to there are a lot of pages. We're not going to read every word because I did
Do
already.
I get to push one of those buttons today?
What? You want to push the buttons?
Yeah.
Which one? Don't.
Look, Pat, look, here's the deal.
This will get awkward.
They're fun, aren't they?
I can't believe he said that to anyone. Look fat.
Look fat.
Who
Look fat.
does that?
I love it. I'm a big fan of fat shaming, though. You know that. Look fat.
I mean, okay.
Look fat. Do your squats.
Okay, fat shaming yourself, but fat shaming others, I don't.
No, I'm all for fat shaming others. Everyone needs to be fat shamed. No one should be so fat. We're all too fat. You just lost 7 pounds.
I'm
Congratulations.
Really proud.
Congratulations.
Probably blowing it though on this weekend trip.
You're not blowing it. That's what Laura does.
Again, I told you had to be nice if I was going to be on your show today.
Oh, stop it. I am being nice. We can't have no fellatio jokes on this stream.
Oh, God.
This
Okay,
is the Laura
okay.
Owens case.
Moving on to the pleadings.
I mean, for God's sake. All right. The Superior Court of the
Who
state
said
of California.
fascinating?
Who
said that? Who said that? I saw that come up there. I know sisters can be close, but this is just awkward.
Yamaha, it's not awkward at all.
What? It's a small space, okay? We have to sit like practically on top, of each other.
I had to remove my chair and put a bench in here.
That's pretty funny.
Fry's has been closed for 6 years. Where? Fry's isn't closed.
No, not in Scottsdale. They're all over the place.
There are lots of them in Scottsdale. All right. Anyway, we have to get to this or we'll never get through it. All right. We're going to switch off. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
It starts out quite strong. Preliminary statement regarding the exhibits. Oh, those of you, by the way, if you've never followed the Laura Owens case, this would be a great time to start.
Oh, Lord, there's so much
Because-
you're going to have to catch up
Because
on.
this gives the entire background of the case.
Oh,
So
okay.
if you
Yeah,
haven't,
it kind of does.
if you have not followed this case, let's say you're here from What the Hales, possibly. This is a great place to start to catch up on all the doings, all the goings on of the Laura Owens case. Sisters, there were never such devoted sisters. Okay. Several of the exhibits referenced herein are taken from a comprehensive digital forensic examination of Maricini's laptop, thanks to you people out there who raised the money, conducted on May 4th, 2024 by John Berryhill of Berryhill Computer Forensics, the Forensics Report, 2,489-page report, and has therefore not been attached to this brief.
Can you imagine?
Many of the exhibits in this filing consist of summaries, excerpts, or analysis drawn directly from the forensics report. Accordingly, each exhibit has been assigned its own exhibit letter where applicable and cites the corresponding page numbers from the forensics report. We have a footnote.
Footnote. The good stuff is always
Always
in
in
the
the footnotes.
footnotes.
All times in the forensics
this is
report
not so
are the
exciting.
UTC coordinate. Okay,
No, we don't
7 hour.
care.
We don't care. All right, we're going back.
Next. Is it my turn now?
Sure. Would you like to read?
Sure. Petitioner Laura Owens has a documented history of fabricating allegations of pregnancy, domestic violence, sexual assault, lying under oath, and presenting false evidence to the court.
Strong start.
She is currently facing seven felony charges related to serial pregnancy fraud and perjury in the Superior Court of Maricopa County in Arizona, including allegedly injecting herself with HCG. There is a footnote. Should we check it?
There's actually, we missed 2 of them. So case number in Maricopa County, petition found baseless and fraudulent, referred for prosecution, leading to petitioner's indictment on 7 felonies, including fraud, perjury, and forgery.
Do you know how crazy that is? Do you know how unheard of
I
that
know.
is. That never happens.
I know.
Like
That's because
that-
it's so severe in this case.
That never ever
and
happens.
then the third footnote is just what HCG is.
Okay.
But by this time, we all know.
all know.
We're all very aware of what HCG is by this point, aren't we? It's the pregnancy hormone.
Okay.
You were right here, so that she
would test positive on pregnancy tests. Her latest filing in California, seeking a permanent domestic violence restraining order against respondent Michael Maricini, is just the latest in a series of escalating behaviors designed to abuse court processes as a means of silencing her victims to prevent them from combating her fictitious victim narrative. What a nice couple of words. Fictitious victim.
Mm-hmm.
It sounds very nice.
It's a fictitious victim. Mm-hmm.
Someone should make a rap. Fictitious victim.
Maybe that should be a new song.
Fictitious
victim.
I mean, it has a rhythm.
It
fictitious victim. Fictitious victim. It has a whole. It.
Jives.
I love words. Okay.
All right. Where were we?
Owens and Maricini met in March of 2016 and engaged in an on-again, off-again romantic relationship that ended in August of 2017. During the relationship, Owens crafted a series of escalating narratives to emotionally manipulate Maricini. This included fabricating pregnancies, miscarriages, abortions, and fraudulently creating documents to support an ovarian cancer diagnosis. Wicked. Owens used these traumatic fictions to coerce Maricini into continuing to date her, using 2 fake letters from an OBGYN to encourage Maricini to change his attitude and be more supportive of her.
As if a doctor would ever say that.
Oh my goodness.
Have you ever gotten an email from a doctor, by the way?
Actually, yes, because my primary doctor, who's now retired, which is so sad because he was wonderful, would routinely send messages, or I could go on the app, whatever it was, and send him messages. He was amazing.
I've never had doctors.
And actually, you know what? If I sent him a letter like, I know it, I'm coming down with strep or something, he would call me sometimes, 7:00 at night. That man worked so hard. He's an amazing doctor.
Well,
okay.
Have you had that since?
No.
Of course not, because they don't do that anymore.
No. He retired. He was wonderful.
All right. So forged a letter purporting to be from Dr. John Chung Kai Chan, authored by Laura Owens.
Is that even a real doctor? Did you check? Okay.
We checked, but he didn't write it, I'm sure. And this is what it says. I would strongly encourage.
Wait. Did you read you start from the beginning?
We don't need to read
Yes,
every
it's
word.
funny.
In addition, you can let him know that your diagnosis and treatment has been complicated by your pregnancy, which on its own has been extremely difficult and unusual. I would strongly encourage him to change his attitude and support you at this time.
No doctor ever wrote that.
All the best.
Wait. Before he wrote all the best, he wrote,
sincerely hope things get better.
All the best.
yeah, no.
All the best.
No, that wasn't
Dr.
written.
Laura Owens.
I don't think so.
All right, it's my turn.
Oh, it's your turn. Okay.
Maricini called the police on Owens on January 7th, 2018, Exhibit D. Owens had confronted Maricini and his sister in public, yelling and screaming obscenities at him. 2 days later, on January 9th, Owens obtained her retaliatory domestic violence restraining order, DVRO, in the Superior Court of California. Granted temporarily on January 10th, the allegations in the DVRO were shocking, with Owens claiming extreme abuse at the hands of Maricini, including using photographs from when she fell off a horse to allege abuse. By the way, folks, you can support the show. Speaking of falling off a horse, we don't want this show to fall off a horse, and we need your help for that. You can support the show on Super Tips. I've forgotten to put the link up. That would help. That would help if I put the link up. So
yeah, send your super tips, people. If you send enough super tips, maybe Megan will take me with her to San Francisco.
Oh, I still have to do a fundraising for that to get me there.
Well,
so
get with it, because I want to go.
Hold on, let's see. I have to put the link up. So super tips.
Breadstick money, people.
Do you even know about super tips yet? I don't think you do.
What do you mean?
I don't think you've
I
ever
listen
seen.
to your show
She's
when I
never
get a
seen
chance.
super tips. Have you? The AI voices?
Yes.
Oh, you
I heard
have?
that. Yes, I have.
Oh, great. Okay. All right. Well, AI voices are a lot of fun. We like to do that. And we've got Pregnancy Faker's voice on there. Where the heck did my thing go? There it is. I'm trying to pin it. Stop moving, chat. All right, there. Slow down, chat. And I don't have it open either. I should probably do that. Super tip. Okay, so don't push any buttons.
I'm pushing
Stop
buttons.
pushing buttons.
I have to.
No, don't push that one. Well, just be careful what you push.
All the best.
You just never know what you're going to get. It's like a box of chocolates. And
That thing is so much fun.
it is. Okay, I now have the super tips page open. So, okay. All right.
Hey, you're getting questions about your hair.
Oh.
Is
What?
Megan's hair new?
New?
It's lovely on you.
Well, it depends on how long it's been since you've been here. I would say I got it done, I don't know, a couple months ago. Yeah. So if a couple months is new to you, then yes. But thank you. Super tips, Steph.
I didn't say
I did.
that.
I did. I accidentally said it wrong one day, and it's been a absolute clown show ever since.
Oh,
Because
Lord.
it's really easy to say incorrectly. All right, where are we? The alligator.
Somebody, Aunt B, is loving the sister banter.
Hello, Aunt B.
We just have so much fun with the sister banter. It's ridiculous. Like, we've been watching copious amounts of Downton Abbey.
It's true. We're rewatching it again.
We crack up the whole time. We just love that show.
We do. All right. The allegations in the DVRO were shocking. Shocking.
Shocking.
With Owens claiming extreme abuse. Oof. At the hands of Maricini, even though she was using photographs for when she fell off a horse, and that it arose to such a
Terrible.
degree that she had to seek inpatient mental health treatment, an allegation she confusingly refutes in her previous filings, Exhibit E and forensics reports, all these pages.
So she originally said that she had to seek inpatient mental
let's
hospital
just-
abuse.
Let's just read through this. It says, here's text messages from her to Michael Maricini. I just met my family at the hospital. I love this picture of us that I put up, and I will be looking at it as motivation while I'm here, okay?
Oh, God.
But I'm on hold here now that I admitted my problem.
Oh, dear.
They said probably 24 hours, and then I can do intensive outpatient if my psychiatrist approves it.
Oh, I can't take that. I just can't take it.
This will get awkward.
You
Is
can
it my
start
turn?
reading. Mhm.
On January 22nd, 2018, Maricini timely filed his DV-120 response and denied all allegations made by Owens and noted her history of manipulative conduct, including her fabricated pregnancies and conflicting medical claims. Owens and Maricini both submitted supplemental declarations and third-party witness statements. A hearing originally scheduled for January 26, 2018 was continued for further evidence, depositions, and declarations. Ultimately, on or about July 10th, 2018, exhausted by the false narratives, Maricini entered into a stipulated agreement resulting in the issuance of a 2-year CLETS reported restraining order after hearing under Family Code Section
Whatever.
620 blah blah without any admissions of wrongdoing by Maricini. That order was set to expire on July 10th, 2020. Notably, there was never any finding that Maricini ever committed an act of domestic violence. Pause. First of all,
Mhm.
it is very strange to me. Scroll back up there for a minute.
Okay, hold on. I just realized I forgot to set something.
It is very strange to me that in California, a domestic violence thing like this can get to be such a big deal that it's continued for evidence, depositions, and declarations. We do domestic violence cases all the time in my office. This is a thing that happens quickly. It's quick. It's fast. People don't do depositions, and by and large, in protective order cases. You don't do all that. You just you go to court. You
Even
put your
during the
case up.
evidentiary,
No, you don't.
phase?
No.
they did
because-
it in Florida in the
because
Hales case.
Here's what happens. A thing happens.
You have a right to it.
You get a client. This is what happens. You get a client who goes to the commissioner, goes to the judge, and says, "This guy has threatened me. He put his hands on my neck. I need an immediate temporary restraining order." And you get that without a hearing. You just
Right.
make allegations. You get it.
Right.
Then you have to come back for a hearing.
Right.
Most of the time, the hearing is quickly. It's not months down the road.
Yeah, well, you've never heard of Jeremy Hales, have you? Because it took 11 months and
That's
they still
insane.
never got an
that
evidentiary
is
hearing.
absolutely and so.
But you
so wait
have a
minute.
right. If
So he
you're
had a-
accused, by the way, you have a right to take depositions.
yeah, but he had a temporary restraining order for 11
months.
That was obtained ex
That's
parte.
why that judge got removed off of this case. Because
Unbelievable.
the appellate court was like,
What are you doing?
He's clearly biased
Oh,
and
my
acting
word.
unlawfully. He was.
That's
He was keeping Jeremy from being able to give his evidence to the
now.
court.
I'm not saying you don't present evidence at those things. Of course, you present evidence, and the person accused, of course, they have a right to present evidence to develop a case. So I'm not saying you don't have a right to get a deposition.
It's just unusual.
I'm just saying this is a lot.
It's a
going on
lot.
here.
Yeah,
It's a lot, especially because it was
Laura-
all lies.
Laura is a lot. Dealing with her is a lot. Imagine the emotional exhaustion of being one of these guys involved with her. Imagine.
I can't.
If you read through Michael Maricini's text messages with her, like you would want to lay down for a week. It's that exhausting. Just reading it.
I
You need
can't.
a fainting couch
Oh.
to get through. I mean, it's just like you can't even believe how silly,
I
how
think I need
ridiculous.
a fainting couch in my office.
Everyone needs a fainting couch, really. You know, a
I'm
chaise.
Dealing, yes, a
Chaise,
chaise.
a chaise lounge.
I need one of those.
All right.
Sorry, guys. I get distracted.
Yamaha goes, it's bad enough. Megan's bad enough. Now there are two of them.
Yeah. Squirrel.
Squirrel. Yes, it's definitely genetic.
Oh, and here's one other thing I wanted to say.
Mm.
Yes, it's the bouncy brain.
Mhm.
It's what it is.
It is what it is.
But it's the reason why we're so much fun. Okay. So that order was set to expire on July 10th. Notably, there was never any finding. Okay, that's something else I want to say. In my experience, sometimes we'll go to court. There's a bad breakup happening. Somebody is claiming that there's domestic violence. There have been times when we represent the party who's been accused and, comes to our office and says, I absolutely did not do any of that. Now, granted, we don't always believe everything everyone says, but you represent your client. So you'll have a person who comes to you and says, this is what she's accused me of. I threw her on the bed. I had my hands around her neck. I didn't do any of it. It's all lies. She's just trying to get a leg up on the upcoming divorce or whatever. There have been times when we've gone to court and recommended, because these things are he said, she said, and maybe she shows up with a bruise. Remember the whole Amber Heard thing. Okay.
Mhm.
So, and some judges do not want to be the one who denies somebody a protective order, believing that she's making it up. And then 3 weeks later, she's dead by the hands of the person she said was
Right.
okay. So sometimes we will tell people, look, probably the best thing for you to do at this point, because you don't want to have anything to do with her anyway, is just agree. Just agree to the protective order without a finding of abuse.
And that's what they did. That's
No
what he did.
finding of abuse. However, this can come back to bite you
Yeah.
down the road, even though there is no
No
finding
finding.
of abuse.
Right.
And I'm to the point now where, especially if there are children involved, and there's some question as to how the accuser has been treating those children, I will never do it again. I will say, nope, we're going in there. We're spending the money. We're spending the time. We're defending right now.
Yeah.
Because we are getting this thing
Yeah, because
thrown
they'll use it
out.
against you
They
for the rest of your
100%
life.
They absolutely do. And the thing is it comes up so quick because they can go get their temporary order. They make up whatever
Right.
stuff they want to say. They get their temporary order.
And if you don't fight it, nobody believes you that you didn't do
that's
it.
the problem.
Even if there's no finding.
I'm really to the point now where I'm just,
You should never advise people to not fight
well,
it.
sometimes it makes sense. Sometimes they don't have money. They have to focus on something else. They really don't want to see them.
No, I would tell them just sell everything they own and fight it.
But
because
you know
this
what?
is just a stupid thing.
This is terrible. And with children involved and a custody battle coming up, I don't know if I'm ever going to advise that again, or I'm at least going to tell people, you have to understand what you're risking here.
Right. I don't think, see, that's the thing that really bothers me is that I don't think that the people who are the lawyers who are telling these guys, we should really, it's not worth it to fight this. It's just, just move on with your life. I think they're not informing them of the risks that can happen. I don't think that they're properly informed of they're thinking, you guys aren't married. You don't have any kids together. She's going to go her way. You're going to go yours.
And also, it's smarter for you to stay away from a woman who's accusing
Right.
you of stuff. So, of course, stay away from her.
But not getting a finding of innocence, though, is a problem with someone who's a psychopath like this woman,
with someone who's a psychopath.
who's going to continue to come after you for the rest of your darn life. Michael Maricini it is 2025. She was in a relationship with him in 2016. And it is now 2025 and she is still doing this.
That's another thing that's just bizarre. It's just bizarre that it's going on for 10 years.
It's just absurd.
What is going on? It's just bizarre.
Because she's crazy. And
She lied.
right.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm.
She lied.
You're supposed to let me hit the buttons.
All right. Well, that's the lied button.
Okay. What are
That's
the other buttons?
what? What? We've got what? We've got that.
This will get awkward.
Oh, this one. This one.
Oh,
You are not a nice person.
that's a good one.
Mm-hmm.
That's a good one.
Okay. Where are we?
And this one is good too.
I have anxiety over the roof.
I love that one.
Have you seen that deposition?
That is hysterical.
Have you seen that deposition?
Is that the one where it's on Zoom?
Yeah, and she's screaming.
She's screaming the whole time. Poor thing. I actually agreed with your recommendation that she actually has a really fun, she's funny.
She's funny, but she's
She-
unintentionally
But
funny.
if she would just let go this whole Jeremy Hales thing,
I know,
she could
could
probably have a following.
She could. She could
Because
have a career.
She's quite
Lynette
funny.
Preston is unintentionally hilarious.
She really is.
We've given her such good advice. We've tried to give her advice to
she really is
listen,
funny.
you could take your 15 minutes here and roll it into something really worthwhile, but she doesn't listen. She just wants to keep going after Jeremy Hales.
I don't get it.
She could do she could be the Tiger King of turtles. She could be the tiger or the turtle queen of Florida, of Levy County.
I know maybe everyone will think I'm crazy, but I actually think something about her is kind of charming. I don't know what it is, but
I wouldn't go that far.
I think it is. I think
You're going a little far.
No, listen to that again. Listen to how funny her
It's
voice is.
funny.
This is hilarious. Listen.
I have anxiety over the roof.
I mean, a lot of people can relate to that. Sometimes I feel like that. She's,
My child just fell down.
No, I agree, which is why we said that she should have a reality show of her own. She should have a YouTube channel.
Flux. She'd be like the Beverly Hillbillies.
Yes, but she
John,
needs,
get away from the window.
yes, but she would have to lean into it, and she just can't do that. She can't make fun of
she
herself.
can't make fun of herself.
She can't. She doesn't see the humor in it, and she
But
can't.
that's partly why it's funny.
Right. She's unintentionally hilarious. All right. Anyway, that's a different show.
Sorry. Okay.
You're here, but 17. Line
Okay.
17.
Between 2022 and 2024, Owens used this DVRO as a means of advancing a fabricated narrative that she was a domestic violence survivor. She made multiple public statements, including the chutzpah of this, including a January 2022 TED Talk and a June 23 Chicken Soup for the Soul essay, all of which accused Maraschini of
Chicken
engaging
Soup
in
for the
abuse.
Soul.
Now, she didn't name him in those things. Clearly,
She did not name him,
but it was obvious
who she was talking about.
Okay, scroll.
I never read the Chicken Soup for the Soul thing, so I
She
don't-
actually got published in Chicken
Well, they
Soup.
took it down.
Oh, did they?
Mm-hmm.
Well, they should.
Mm-hmm.
Meanwhile, Owens continued to use her pattern of falsifying pregnancies with 2 new victims in the Superior Court of Maricopa County. In 2021 to 2022, she sued an Arizona man named Greg Gillespie in Maricopa County for, quote, abortion coercion, unquote. What even is that?
That's
After
not
you
a
can't
thing.
coerce.
You can if you're a doctor, but that's it. The law says abortion coercion is about a doctor-patient relationship, not a significant other, because that would just be considered,
So
an
you're-
argument between.
So you're telling me that a doctor, if, for example, if he thinks, look, you're going to die. If you don't let me remove this ectopic pregnancy or whatever, you're going to die.
That's not coercion.
Is that what
That's no. It would be like that's like emergency. That's like just normal doctor stuff. It would be like if a doctor thought you were unable to take care of a baby, let's say, and then told you some garbage to get you to have an abortion instead of keep it. Right?
I don't even know what that sounds crazy to me. No doctor should be allowed to coerce you.
Which is why it's illegal.
okay. I never heard.
But
of
it
this.
only applies to doctor-patient relationships. It doesn't apply to
boyfriends,
boyfriend-girlfriend, because that would be the government getting involved in your private dispute. And
crazy.
the government has no business in your
course
private
not.
dispute about what
No.
you're going to do with the baby.
No.
You can't go after your significant other for coercion.
Well, you could if that were true. Okay.
No. What it would be is, let's say he slips an abortion pill into your coffee.
Well, that would be
That's
Assault.
something else. That's assault. It's not abortion coercion.
Well-
There's no such thing.
Well, okay, but what I could imagine you couching this as, like, let's just say you had a factual scenario that was really, really bad and abusive and emotionally manipulative and whatever. If it was super bad and shocked the conscience, I can't think of a pattern, but if it were, you could maybe sue somebody for intentional infliction of emotional distress.
Right. But there's no such thing as abortion coercion. It doesn't exist in the law
Also,
other than with
it's
the doctor
super hard
patient.
to prove that tort. Intentional infliction.
Right.
I mean,
very hard. I mean,
You almost never.
they couldn't even prove it in the Maya Kowalski case. Can you believe that?
No, I can't.
They didn't get intentional infliction of emotional distress with
If ever there were a case,
and I mean her mother unalived herself. Hello.
if the way they treated that child, if ever there were a case, that
If
should
ever.
be it.
They
Yeah.
like kidnapped her and
They,
tortured
they
her.
should just get rid of that tort.
and that
because
wasn't
no one ever
emotional
wins it.
distress.
They should
Like
just-
what?
They should get rid of it.
She has documented PTSD, but that's not enough. So if
That
that's
was
not
hor-
enough, you're clearly
You
not
can't
getting
win
it here.
Okay. After she claimed he impregnated her with twins and then later claimed to have aborted them at his direction, which no one believed. That's insane. When he refused to continue dating her, Laura obtained a protective order against him, which she recently renewed from 2023 to 2024. Owens was the subject of a public legal controversy involving another false twin pregnancy allegation. Is it 3 twin pregnancy allegations?
Mhm.
Oh my gosh. Against ABC's former The Bachelor lead, Clayton Eckhart. When Mr. Eckhart refused to continue to date her, Owens obtained a protective order against him as well. This is just such a tired narrative.
It is. It's so tired.
right,
and
your
she does the
turn.
same thing. The paternity litigation with Mr. Eckhart went to trial on June 10th. We were all there.
It was such an exciting day.
It was such a good
And
time.
Alex was awesome and she took wonderful photos.
She sure did. I hope she can come with us.
Alex, are you on? Is she here?
Yeah, I should have texted her. She's going to be mad at me that we're live and I didn't text her. She doesn't get her notifications.
Okay, well, Alex was fabulous that day.
Doing Owens coverage. All right, I have now done my duty and texted Alex.
Okay. Okay.
All right.
So, June 10th, 2024.
At
Go
which
ahead.
time Owens' prior victims, including Mr. Maricini, were lawfully subpoenaed to testify. Exhibit J. We have a footnote. Lawful subpoena issued to Mike Maricini ordering his appearance. Okay, so they attached that because that's going to be important because her entire argument rests on the fact that he shouldn't have been there, that he was there to stalk her instead of actually.
You mean her getting the renewal of the protective
Mhm,
order in California? Wait. Is solely based on him coming to court
When he was under
pursuant
subpoena.
to a subpoena.
Mhm. And one other thing, his interview with me, moi, I'm in there. She put me all over her DVRO renewal
I
request
can't believe
because he did an interview with me.
I cannot believe that this doesn't just get dismissed outright. He was under a law.
There's a 2-day trial scheduled.
Yeah,
2
please, people, come on with the
days.
super chats. I want to go to San Francisco.
I haven't put up a fundraiser yet for the travel.
Put it
I'm going to do
up.
that separately. I need to do that. I haven't made one yet. All right. Order to pay over 149,000 to Mr. Eckhart. Wait, where are we? The court found. Hold on. What did I scroll down?
There.
The court found that Owens had acted unreasonably in the litigation, initiated litigation without basis or merit, provided false testimony, and that Owens' petition was fraudulent and made to incite communication, a relationship, or both with Mr. Eckhart. Moreover, the court found that Owens had a pattern of similar, if not identical, behavior. Owens was ordered to pay over $149,000 to Mr. Eckhart and referred to the Maricopa County Attorney's Office for review. On May 6, 2025, Owens was indicted by a Maricopa County grand jury on 7 felony counts.
This will get awkward.
Including fraudulent schemes and artifices, perjury, forgery, and evidence tampering related to the action with Mr. Eckhart. See Exhibit B. Owens submitted a second request to renew her restraining order against Maricini, indicating her intent to seek a permanent order of protection against him, largely due to his attendance at the Eckhart trial pursuant to a lawful subpoena.
So bad.
The trial is scheduled for October 21st through 22nd in San Francisco Superior Court. You
My
want to?
turn.
Yeah.
Owens has a well-documented history of making false pregnancy allegations, subsequently alleging domestic violence and otherwise abusing court processes when her victims do not wish to continue the relationship. Given this pattern of manipulating the court process to re-traumatize her victims, Maricini urges this court to deny the requested renewal. Under California Family Code Section 6345, a domestic violence restraining order should be renewed only if the evidence shows the protected party harbors a genuine and reasonable fear of future abuse. There wasn't even any past abuse. Owens' own conduct, as evidenced by her current 7 felony charges in Arizona, demonstrates that any claimed fear on her part is neither genuine nor reasonable, but instead part of an ongoing strategy of deceit and manipulation. This case really is nuts.
We do have some super tips. Hold on. Let's get this up here so that we can see these. Okay. Razilla's Realm. Thanks for the 5.
See, guys, when they swing from left to
why didn't
right,
it
Super
play?
Tits will
Let's
win
try
the
that
fight.
again.
They are best
It
wet
says
than
it's
on
playing.
land. She's got the
Are
best
you
tits
guys
you can
hearing
hold in
it?
your hand.
Slip
I
of
had
the
this
tongue
problem the
calls
other day.
mistaken
Chat,
bits.
are
They
you
are
hearing
super
it? 'Cause
tits,
we
not
can't hear
breadstick
it.
fun anymore since it's
Huh.
now
Can
called
you
super
tell?
tits.
It's not up on the screen either. That's weird. Oh, wait. Hold on. Let me go to OBS. Let me fix this. Oh, I know it's wrong.
We're having technical difficulties.
I know it's
Oh, they
wrong.
heard it.
They heard it, but I don't have it added to the. Holy cow. What happened here? Oh, that's why. I'm on the wrong thing.
Get it together, Megan.
Well, but OBS is weird. And let me see if this works.
See, guys, when they swing from left to
No,
right,
it still
Super
doesn't
Tits will
work.
win the fight. They
This'll
are
get
best
awkward.
wet than on land. She's got the best.
Hold on. Why is this not working for me? Brad!
Is he out there?
What did I do? Yeah, I think he is. I think I don't have it set up properly. This is bad news. If they're hearing it, but no one is seeing it, I have no idea how to
Chucky
fix it.
said just do not click the X at the top right
Oh,
side of the screen.
There it
Megan.
is.
Oh, you fixed it? But we can't hear it.
I
still.
had it on. It was hidden for some reason.
But can we hear it?
I don't know. Let's see if we can hear it now. Hold on. Let me try that again.
See, guys, when they
Yes.
swing from left to right, Super Tits will win the fight. They are best wet than on land. She's got the best tits you can hold in your hand.
Slip of the tongue calls mistaken bits. They are super tits, not breadstick fun anymore since it's now called super tits.
It's all my fault. I said it wrong once, and it's been nothing but a total disaster ever since. All right, Kirby, thanks for the 5.
Megan, quit corrupting your sister. I can only deal with one out of control child.
I am not out of control. I haven't even said for fuck's sakes yet.
Megan, quit corrupting your sister. I can only deal with
Don't you love Dad's voice in there?
Dad,
Isn't it the greatest?
hilarious.
Doesn't it sound great?
It does.
All right. Anyway, now I have to go back to the other screen.
Why are you saying blame Nick Ricada?
It's all his fault. It's always his fault. We have some sort of raider. Can I help you?
Yeah, I need to go to the bathroom.
Okay, go downstairs.
Okay.
Okay.
There's no toilet paper in there, George. Go.
Okay. Now I have done something wrong. And I can't seem to get this back up on the screen.
They're making fun of us. Oh, boomers. LOL.
I know. Like,
Are
listen,
we boomers?
I'm not a boomer.
I'm not a boomer.
We're Gen X.
Give me a
Leave us
break.
alone.
We were at a Heart concert.
Yeah, we went to see Heart last night. We were
We are
singing
not
every
boomers,
word.
but there were boomers there.
What about love?
Oh yeah, that was amazing.
Oh, so good.
That woman's voice is unbelievable.
My God, Nancy and Ann Wilson, they were the absolute best. All right.
And Anne's voice is
Incredible. Sounds exactly the same. She's like 77 years old.
75. I think
75 years old, and she is still wailing. Yes, Flux. We saw
Amazing.
Heart last night.
Amazing.
It was so good.
Amazing. It was.
No,
so
I am not the
impressive.
middle child. Stephanie is the middle child. I am the youngest. All right.
Wait, who was the other guy we saw last night? We died laughing.
Todd Rundgren. Poor Todd Rundgren. Okay, he sounded good and everything, but like when like the third song, he tripped and fell, like
Landed flat on his back and
kept singing.
It was-
And wait, he couldn't get up. He had to wait for some guy to come out from backstage to help him up, but he kept singing.
No, did the guy actually have to help him up? Because I thought he got himself
Well,
up.
he did sort of. He was getting
A
himself
guy-
up, but I think he laid there long enough that someone in the back was
Was
like,
like-
"Oh God!"
It was awesome. Oh, Fletcher boy, just take my money already.
Fletcher boy, thanks for the. I don't know. Streamyard is.
You didn't play it.
It's not a super tip.
Well,
This is a super chat.
Oh, okay.
You have to read it.
I am a boomer. I'm sorry.
Calvin Stover Jr., thanks for the 2. Maricini County is not a county. Maricini County? Oh, Maricopa County. That's funny. Maricini County is not a county to
Christine
screw
Crook-
around with.
Christine Crook has a good question. Did we
What is
ever
it?
figure out if Laura Owens' mugshot marked as male was a
They wouldn't
mistake?
respond.
That is so weird.
Yeah, they wouldn't respond. So I don't know. Okay. Let's get back to the exhibit.
Okay.
Factual background: Owens' pattern of fabrications and inconsistencies, false pregnancy, and miscarriage claims. Early on in their relationship, Owens began her pattern of faking pregnancies to manipulate Maricini. Just 3 months after meeting in June of 2016, Owens informed Maricini that she was pregnant with his child, eventually sending a photo of a positive pregnancy test to support the false narrative, Exhibit K. Within weeks, she insisted she was pregnant with his twins. You know what's funny is that Mike had forgotten that she said it was twins. He forgot. We found it in the text messages.
Okay. Don't you have to make it to like at least 6 weeks at a heartbeat scale to see two?
Oh, no. Why are we having so many interruptions with this stupid signal? It's not good. See the Wi-Fi thing is way down, but I'm not even on Wi-Fi. I'm plugged directly into the Ethernet. It should not be doing that. Hold on. Let me check a setting here. What is happening here? No, see. No. Stop it. Let me run a speed test real
Maybe you
quick.
should put on your hold, please.
I'm going to run a speed test and check it, see what's happening.
Can I scroll now?
I guess. You're such an addict. Oh my gosh.
Well, I just have to check and see what's going on.
All right, well, the
Text
download
messages.
speed is fine. It's the upload speed I'm a little worried about. Everyone take a break.
You do squats. You can sit in here a while.
Upload speed is fine. So it's just intermittent interruptions. I don't know, guys. I don't know what to tell you. Everything seems fine. So if I glitch out, it's just because of a weak signal. Now it says the signal is back. It's really weird. Every time I run a speed test, it's almost like the computer is like, oh, she's onto us. And it fixes itself. All right. Anyway, I can't reboot the Wi-Fi, you guys. It would take like 10 minutes. I'm never, Brad. I'm never on break.
Brad.
Still vying for union representation. Hi, Brad. Stephanie Sistones, to what standard is Mike being held? Can she accuse him of breaking the order during this time?
She's trying to by saying he came to the courthouse and he was within however many feet of her. But should be a.
But that didn't work.
It should be
The
a
cops
totally
did nothing.
losing argument.
The cops did nothing. They went home. They
Besi-
showed up and they talked to the court.
Besides that, Maricini was subpoenaed to be there.
And
he was required to be there.
On the day he was there, the Phoenix police or whoever came to the 911 call, they verified with court security and the judge herself that he was allowed to be there. And the court security said, we will take care of this. And so Phoenix police were like, sorry, not our bag.
That argument should absolutely fail right out of the gate.
And it did fail. She was not able to get him held in contempt of court.
Or found to have violated the protective order. But so what she's doing now, this is not a request to violate him. It's a request to extend, right?
Mm-hmm.
So she already did try to violate him and the court said no. Is that what you're telling me? She
But-
she filed something to say he violated the protective order.
No,
Oh,
she was trying. No, she was trying to get him arrested for violating the protective order, but that failed. Nobody arrested him. They were like,
she wanted him
no.
arrested in Arizona.
Yeah.
Mhm.
She has not tried to get him, to my knowledge, arrested for breaking it in California. Okay. Back to the document here. Here we go. All right. No medical evidence has ever been produced to corroborate that Owens was ever pregnant, that she was pregnant with twins, or that she had to undergo the 3 surgical and 3 medical abortions, as she would later allege.
Also unbelievably weird. What we just
Well,
missed
just wait.
Okay.
We have a footnote. Between July 23rd and October 14th of 2016, Owens claimed to have had 3 surgical and 3 medical abortions, all in the midst of being diagnosed with ovarian cancer and receiving an oophorectomy to remove her cancerous ovary. Now, this part is going to make you mad. On July 14th, I didn't know this. This is something I didn't know. On July 14th, 2016, a month after claiming she was pregnant, Owens told Maricini she thought she was having a miscarriage, which she later retracted. One day later, on July 15th, Owens again indicated she was miscarrying and that she was bleeding and on her way to the hospital.
So bizarre.
Here she says, I don't want to actually cancel my appointment. I'm having a really rough night. I am bleeding and feeling horrible. I'm deciding if I need to go to the hospital and I need to speak with you. I'm extremely upset. I know you are too, and I apologize for my part. This claimed medical emergency is easily debunked with her social media posts that same day, where she is depicted in a white dress, drinking alcohol and partying.
Oh my.
There she is.
On the day that she sent him this thing saying, I'm so upset and I'm bleeding.
And I'm bleeding and going to the hospital. All right, your turn.
After going to the hospital, Owens informed Maricini the pregnancy was still viable and called him to tell him they were having twins. On July 22nd, 2016, Owens started claiming that the twin pregnancy was no longer viable. So this is a second time she's claiming that.
Mm-hmm.
And that she would take abortion pills. Days later, she claimed that the abortion pills did not work and that she still had to undergo a surgical abortion. Owens would allege a series of complications with the procedure, including that she was bleeding a lot and that she needed not 1, but 3 surgical abortions to terminate the alleged twin pregnancy. So unbelievable. So not believable.
This is so crazy. Looks like we have to do the pills. I'm taking it again so I don't have to have suction done. There's a small amount of tissue left and I can do this or suction. I'll have a doctor write something after I'm done to say I'm no longer pregnant. Anything else you want to say before I get there? I'm feeling absolutely horrible, cramping nonstop, which I'm not used to, and it kept me up all night. I have a fever and I'm bleeding a lot.
Was he ignoring all of these? He didn't respond to
I
any of
don't
this?
know.
Oh.
I had a really short appointment with the doctor, but glad I did it. I'm going to go ahead and just have an aspiration Wednesday. That was the doctor's recommendation. I don't want to delay it longer. She thinks there's a good chance I have Asherman's. What is Asherman's? And I looked it up and it makes some sense. The ultrasound won't confirm that though, but I will get confirmation that it's done on Wednesday. Does that sound good to you?
Asherman syndrome is an acquired condition characterized by the formation of scar tissue adhesions inside the uterus, which can lead to complications such as infertility and menstrual irregularities. This condition often arises after medical procedures such as surgeries or treatments for cancer.
Oh, God.
That cause damage to the uterine lining. Symptoms can vary from mild to severe and may include pelvic pain, abnormal menstrual cycles, and difficulty conceiving.
All right. Ridiculous.
Can anyone believe it?
No. All right, here we go. To support her escalating faux pregnancy emergencies. All right, this is you, isn't it? You're supposed to be reading this.
Owens manufactured various medical records. After the feigned multi-abortion ruse, Owens doctored letters from an OBGYN who Owens claimed in her deposition for the Eckhart paternity case was a cancer specialist to state she had ovarian cancer and had an oophorectomy.
And this is the deposition. And in the deposition, you can see here, it says, who was the provider in San Francisco? I was treated by Dr. Chan. He's a gynecologist, a specialist for fertility. No, cancer. Okay.
These fabricated letters perpetuated the emotional manipulation of Maricini, which the doctors telling Maricini that Owens had real ovarian cancer, and the doctors strongly encouraged him to change his It says attribute, but it should say attitude,
It's
right?
yeah. Look at IT goatee. She's collecting uterine conditions like infinity stones, PCOS, ovarian cancer, Asherman's. What's next?
Okay. Yeah.
Good one, Brad. Okay, so we missed a couple footnotes. You want to read those?
No, they don't. I don't think these matter.
All right. Well, number 8 does matter because it says an ovarectomy is the surgical removal of one or both ovaries. In Owens' case, she claims the procedure was performed on her right ovary. But if you recall, we do have one real medical record.
That shows it was the left ovary?
No, that she has both ovaries.
Oh.
Both of them are intact.
So either she went to a super incompetent surgeon who removed nothing.
She didn't get crap removed. Come on. She has, and she said during the Eckerd case, she never had any ovaries removed, that she never had cancer. And she said that those letters were fabricated.
She admitted. That
Yes. She said that Greg Gillespie must have done it or something. So Greg Gillespie had a time machine, see, and he got in the time machine. He went back in time to 2016. He fabricated some medical records, put them on her phone because, he hacked into it.
Wait,
because he's a hacker.
You're telling
And
me that she admitted those things were fabricated, but she doesn't admit that she did it?
Yes.
This just gets worse. But it's just not, nothing about this is believable. What are you doing?
I'm changing our
sister.
There we go. Sisters. All right.
All the best.
Oh God. So this is the letter.
This is outrageous. Can I read the letter?
Yes, read it.
Thank you for your email. I am sorry you are going through such a rough time right now, and I will do my best to help you through it. I read the messages you sent me from your boyfriend and answer his questions. Stage 1A is without a doubt considered to be true cancer and something that we take very seriously. You are correct, Laura, that this is cancer. This cancer is found only in one ovary. He is incorrect in his saying that this means you just might have malignant cancer cells. Please tell him that, yes, I have diagnosed you with real, in the letter, it's quote, real ovarian cancer, not something that just may be there. I am not sure what is meant by the message you forwarded that says I would only be diagnosing it if it were something other than stage 1A. That is a very real stage and simply means it has not spread beyond your right ovary. I recommend looking at the American Cancer Society's website page for more information. In addition, you can let him know that your diagnosis and treatment has been complicated by your pregnancy, which on its own has been extremely difficult and unusual. I would strongly encourage him to change his attitude and support you at this time. I sincerely hope things get better.
All the best, all the best, all the best, all the very best, all the best.
All the best.
John Chung Kai Chan, MD. So now I'm hearing this part of it is that she admits this is a fraud, but that she didn't
Brad,
do it.
Okay, like Brad just pointed out. Brad, where did you say that thing that you said? Yes. She said the documents were fabricated before she claimed it was her private medical information in the DVRO renewal application. So during the Clayton Eckerd case, Steph, she claimed that these were fabricated. But when she filed her DVRO renewal for this case, she claimed they were her private medical records.
Unbelievable. So now she's maybe going to get charged for perjury in San Francisco.
We hope.
I mean, how can she do that when she already admitted in Eckerd's case? They can use that against her. If she's already admitted in Eckerd's case that these things were fraudulent, and now she's claiming in the San Francisco case that they are her medical records, she's defrauding the court again.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
Here she is defrauding another court.
Yes.
I don't understand.
She wants to go to jail forever.
I think she does.
I think she just wants to go to jail forever. What can I say? And then there's another one by Rebecca Yee. I know we're not going to read every single one of these, but it's just again.
No, but I am. Sorry, but the similarities are just too obvious.
All right.
Hi, Miss Owens. Yesterday, 8/30/16, you received ovary removal surgery, oophorectomy of your right ovary, as well as a surgical abortion. Due to your recent medical history, I will wait to confirm pregnancy termination until blood work and a follow-up ultrasound are completed, although there were no complications during the procedure. As you explained to me, you have already experienced emotional side effects such as extreme fatigue, depression, and mood swings. These are common, and I would ask your boyfriend to support you to support your during recovery. Best regards, Rebecca Yee. I mean, come on.
Brad says she's the gift that keeps on giving perjury.
Yeah, apparently.
Notably, even as Owens insisted she was suffering all these grave conditions, a high-risk twin pregnancy, multiple miscarriages, repeated abortions, and cancer,
It's her own personal days of our lives.
she continued to engage in strenuous activities. For example, during this very period, she was competing in equestrian jumping events.
No way.
Exhibits T1 and Exhibit T2. In December of 26, actually, I wish we could pop back and forth to these exhibits because it would be fun to see these. I kind of want to see these. Are these linked? No, I have to actually go find them. Right, we were on page 15. Remember that, page 15.
Don't go find the
I
documents.
kind of want to find
Why?
T1 because I want to see these pictures of her on the jumping a horse.
Like the day she's claiming she had to go get surgery.
Uh-huh.
Oh,
So that's
so
we're at
sad.
S. Ah, here we
Oh,
go.
What day was this
Oh,
taken?
dang it.
No way. What day was that taken?
I don't know, but it just jumped me all the way back up after I found it. S. All right, stay there. Why are we so... Okay, there we go. It's got to be right here somewhere because this is S. Exhibit S. Let's move down here quickly. Sorry, guys, you're going to get a little dizzy.
Ugh.
Don't look at the
I
screen.
can't look. Makes me feel sick.
I know. There's no other way to do that. Ah, here we go. Look how happy she looks.
What's the date of this photo?
I don't know.
Does it have a...
Here, Facebook, September 25, 2016. Sure enough. Yeah, this is exhibits T1 and T2.
And
What was
when was she
T1?
claiming to have gotten the medical abortion and all that? The
Right around the
ovary
same
removal
time, I
and all that stuff.
guess. And here's another one. Love this photo. So this is Ron. Love this photo of our horseback riding younger daughter, Laura, leading the victory gallop after her win today in the Pickwick Junior Amateur Finals at Sonoma Horse Park on board the horse Sig Chester. I wonder if Ron even wrote this or if Laura did.
Oh no, that would be so sad.
But that's what she does, though. I think she's been doing his Facebook thing.
Wow. Boy, she looks totally different than she did at trial,
Uh-huh.
doesn't she?
Is that her?
Yeah, her
doesn't-
face looks
That doesn't look like her.
better. Look, remember how skinny
Well, yeah,
she was?
because she's lost so much weight. So here she is
Oh,
again.
she looks great in that picture. She looks healthy and
Yeah.
happy.
There's another one.
Yeah, look at her. She looks great. Fantastic.
Yeah, it's too bad that underneath all that, she's psycho, destroying people's lives on the side.
That one was October 2nd, 2016. Or the message came on that day.
The message, yeah.
Yeah, she looks really,
Really
happy. And
happy.
beautiful.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, sad.
Can I just skip back to 15 if I just type it in here? Yes, I can. Excellent. Okay. Now you have to move this. All right. So we were on page 15. In December, okay, so we just saw exhibits T1, T2. She was competing in those equestrian jumping events. In December of 2016, under mounting scrutiny, Owens finally admitted to Maricini and her own father, Ron Owens, that she had never been pregnant, that everything was fabricated, and that she would seek psychological care. We have before read this declaration and deposition by Conlon Scanlon. He went with Mike to be a witness to this meeting, and that was his deposition, that she said those things.
He should have recorded it.
Yeah. Live and learn.
Well, I mean, if it's lawful in California.
Yeah, I don't know. Maricini continued to date Owens after her confession in hopes she would seek the professional help she admitted needing and that her family would support her efforts. Ultimately, Owens' manipulative habits only continued and escalated, with Maricini having to call the police on January 7th. Little did he know this would initiate Owens filing the underlying DVRO, which contained a false reality in which Maricini was the abuser, despite an utter lack of verifiable evidence.
These lies
were not innocent mistakes or misunderstandings. They were deliberate, sustained fabrications about the creation and loss of human life designed to manipulate Maricini into continuing to date her. This was the pattern of Owens' relationship with Maricini and later her relationships with the two victims in Arizona. In addition to this manipulative conduct, Owens has demonstrated a consistent pattern of retaliatory legal action. When a romantic partner initiates legal proceedings against her, she responds by filing legal actions against them. This pattern is evident in 3 separate cases. After Maricini contacted law enforcement regarding Owens' behavior, she filed for a temporary restraining order against him 2 days later. When Greg Gillespie, Arizona victim, filed an order of protection against Owens, she entirely evaded service and filed her own order of protection against him 3 months later. Similarly, Clayton Eckert obtained an injunction against harassment, and she filed against him 10 days later. That's a pattern.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah?
Yeah.
When Maricini ended their relationship, Owens continued this pattern by seeking a domestic violence restraining order based on false and completely unsupported allegations. She now seeks to make that order permanent. Meanwhile, Owens currently faces multiple felony charges in Maricopa County, including perjury, extortion, and conspiracy, stemming from precisely the type of falsehoods and deceptive behavior Maricini experienced firsthand years ago. By the way, I'm so happy that this is out there right now, like with all the exhibits and everything. I'm not going to have time to go over all the exhibits today, but you guys can get this for yourselves and see it on victimsoflauraowens.com, and you can pull it up and look at all of the exhibits. Hey, Bruce the Moose, Bruce on the loose. How are you? You can look at all the exhibits, and I love that this is out there. I love this for her because it's like a public record of forever being out there of all the things that she's ever done. Inconsistent conduct undermining her claims of fear, Owens cannot satisfy her burden to demonstrate a reasonable apprehension of future abuse. Her behavior has demonstrated that her claimed fear is neither genuine nor reasonable. Owens' conduct toward Maricini has been wholly inconsistent with that of an individual who genuinely fears for their safety.
Maricini should be afraid of her.
I'm sure he is. So is Greg Gillespie. You know, I had a conversation with Greg Gillespie once where he was like, you know, I'm afraid, like, he's like afraid at night. Like when he comes home at night, like, is she going to be here? Is she going to shoot me one day?
It's like that Glenn Close movie.
Yeah. Hold on one second. Ray. Okay.
How did you get in here yesterday?
With my nail.
What happened? It locks?
That's the only way to make it close. I don't have one. My daughter has to get the laundry. I really need my own office. Getting tired of this. All right. How long until I get my new office? I swear. All right. Owens cannot satisfy. We did that. Yeah. No?
Oh, sorry. Are we on mute?
No.
You want to go off the camera?
All right. Hold on.
Hold, please.
Don't forget to close the door, okay, sweetie?
Yeah.
Did you get Alicia's red sweater?
Go.
Okay.
Lord. Try not to knock it down. Affection. Okay, you want to read this part? Oh, I guess I should turn the music off.
Affection and pursuit after alleged abuse. Owens portrays Maricini as violent, yet her communications reveal a consistent pattern. Whenever he distanced himself or took actions she perceived as rejection, she would respond with sudden declarations of affection or fabricate a medical crisis to draw him back in. For example, Owens asserts that by early July 2016, Maricini was already acting abusively toward her, but on July 6, 2016, she texted him, "I love and trust you."
We are not reading this entire thing.
No, I can't.
It is too much.
It's too much.
We believe that that's what she
Owens
said.
states that she feels secure and loved by Maricini in late 2016.
Yeah, look at this. Thank you so much for all you do to make me a better person and for your love and support and getting me to simultaneously so enjoy living in the moment with you while being so excited for our future. You would say that to a guy who beat you senseless?
No.
Come on.
Is that what she claims he did?
Yeah, that he almost killed her in Iceland. That's what she said. That he
Oh.
choked her nearly half to death and that he
What?
beat her. That he remember the ridiculous 50 Shades of Grey story about him slapping her 40 times?
Yeah, Amber Heard much I am the princess, exactly. And what evidence was there of this beating in Iceland?
A photograph in the hospital that she used, and but
Which was after the horse fall?
yeah, or something, or no. In the text messages, she said to Mike that she was there for one of the abortions. It was the picture she sent to him for the abortion hospital visit, but she used it in the TEDx talk to tell people that she was in the hospital because of him.
But were there bruises? Were there? I mean,
Yeah, her eyes were a little purple. She had like some kind of allergy thing going on. I don't
we're
know.
supposed to believe that he beat her almost to death in a foreign country and nobody over there noticed?
Yes. He also apparently tried to shove her into a bush or something.
After a March 2017 trip to Dubai, during which Owens now claims Maricini was cruel, though no abuse actually occurred, she continued to initiate friendly, even flirtatious exchanges with Maricini. I'm not reading the rest of this. I am not.
This will get awkward.
You all can read that for yourselves. We will not be reading that.
Absolutely not.
I wish we could get dinner, blah blah blah. Okay, and here's text messages.
In the Amber Heard case, were there examples of her sending him lovey-dovey messages in the middle of him supposedly beating her to a pulp?
I don't remember.
I don't know.
But there were recordings of conversations of her saying stuff like that.
I can't remember.
And admitting to the abuse, admitting to abusing him.
Admitting that she abused him.
Yeah, that she hits him.
Yeah. Oh, terrible.
Bruce the Moose says she had an abortion and ovary removal at once. She had a Groupon.
Yeah, has anyone researched if that's even possible?
I did, and it is.
Okay.
And they would generally, like, it's something that's kind of common. Like, they would do it at the same time. But still, it's still unusual.
Odd.
Mm-hmm. A Groupon.
Awful.
Planned Parenthood Groupon. All right, this message under. Okay, so basically, she undermines her own argument because she's saying she loves him and trusts him. Victims of genuine domestic violence typically avoid contact with their abuser, refraining from pursuing intimacy, and do not encourage a deepened romantic relationship. Owens, however, repeatedly pressed Maricini for commitment, urged him to become her boyfriend, and frequently professed love and trust, often immediately after the very incidents she now characterizes as abuse. Such conduct is fundamentally inconsistent with the behavior of someone living in fear or attempting to escape further harm. You want to read this part?
Contrary to Owens' portrayal of Maricini before this court as a brutally violent rapist, a pathological liar, stalker, and the source of her severe psychological distress, Owens herself offered to speak with Maricini directly by phone as recently as last year. This willingness to engage in communication with an individual she has characterized in such extreme terms starkly undermines the credibility of her claims. Owens' readiness to initiate dialogue highlights the inconsistency and absurdity of her allegations throughout this case.
And then we have the email
from her attorney, David Gingras, indicating after Wait, what's that stuff in yellow?
That's the email.
Oh, after speaking with Laura Owens, she had lots of questions for Maricini. She was willing to speak to them directly, which would have been a violation of the current restraining order.
And here it is.
Yeah, really. Don't
saying
fall for that.
She'll talk to him on the
no,
phone.
I'm not going to do that at your invitation if I'm going to be violating
Yeah, isn't
a
that
court
crazy?
order.
Isn't that crazy?
Don't fall for that.
And by the way, those restraining orders say even with the permission of the victim, you're
Yeah.
still not allowed.
No, in fact, it's a crime.
The
You can
victim
get charged
the
with a
victim
crime.
cannot say, "Well, I'll allow it." You
No.
can't.
You can get charged with a crime for violating one of those.
Okay. So anyway, this is just about restraining orders and how they work, which is what we just said. We don't need to read all of this. We need to get through this because I really want to read the thing about disqualifying David Gingras.
Good Lord, how much more of this is
Now
there?
this is going to go into the Eckerd paternity scheme, which we all know about. Okay, so here's what I suggest to you guys. If you haven't read this, go and get the document and read it yourself because I'm not going to read through the entire history of the Clayton Eckerd thing because we've already gone over it. So this just goes over Eckerd's case and about the similarity between the two, getting restraining orders, etc.
Hey, Brad sent me an interesting text.
Oh yeah.
Gingras was saying the Violence Against Women Act requires states to give full faith and credit to out-of-state domestic violence orders, and therefore Arizona police should execute arresting Maricini. Yeah, I figured that was his argument, but
the judge has jurisdiction over her court
yeah,
and her security, and she put her good name and credit onto saying everyone will be safe in my courtroom.
right. She wasn't
So
saying,
I have handled
right.
this.
She wasn't saying I'm not giving full faith and credit to that order. She was saying there's no chance that Miss Owens is in danger in my courtroom.
in my courtroom.
There's deputies everywhere.
My court security has been made aware.
And the other person, Clayton, had a due process right to defend himself, to bring the witnesses he needed to bring.
And
So
it
she had
happens
to-
all the time
Yeah,
that
she-
people with restraining orders between each other have to meet in court.
Yeah. So-
Happens all the time.
So she,
This is not something that she's not used to dealing with.
yeah.
And it's perfectly legal.
Yeah.
A
This
courtroom
is
is a neutral space.
That's a ridiculous.
A courtroom is a
ridiculous
neutral space.
argument. She was clearly protected there. There's
Clearly.
deputies with
There was
guns all
no,
over the place.
of course, and they were all informed that she
Right.
had a order against this man.
It's just stupid.
And in
It's just-
fact, he was walked into the courtroom. One of the court security guys was like, "You just sit here. You are fine.
yeah.
You sit here. Don't move.
Right.
You're fine.
Right.
Everything will be okay."
It's a ridiculous argument. Ridiculous.
And he did what he was told. So it is absolutely stupid. All right. This is still talking about reasonable fear. We're saying she does not have reasonable fear. I want to get to the conclusion because, all right, this goes over prior inconsistent statements, which we know she's had a ton. Proven lack of honesty. Her credibility is virtually non-existent. I love that.
She lied.
Yeah, she lied over and over and over again.
It's not a mere he said, she said dispute. It is a case where the record shows deliberate fabrication. She has staged pregnancies and miscarriages that never occurred, forged medical records, and lied about having cancer.
Did she admit to any of the forged documents or like?
Yeah, the
forgeries she
smile
did?
one.
She admitted that.
Mhm.
So some of them she claimed somebody else must have
Right.
fabricated, but some of them she admitted she did.
Yes. She has concocted stories of abuse and gone so far as to create false evidence, such as recycling an unrelated hospital photo to bolster her claims. That's what we were just talking about. Most tellingly, she now faces felony indictment in Arizona for perjury and fraud. An official finding of probable cause that she lied under oath and falsified evidence. Motive to lie or exaggerate. She has clear incentives to misrepresent the situation. She has a pattern of using legal proceedings like restraining orders and lawsuits to retaliate against or control former partners. We know that. So he's saying that the motive here is after she threatened to have Maricini arrested for responding to a lawful subpoena in Arizona. Owens faces public disgrace and legal consequences for her actions. A DVRO is a powerful tool that Owens has used as a weapon rather than a protective measure. The court should be mindful that extending it under these circumstances rewards her misuse of the system.
Totally.
If I'm the judge in this case, I throw it out before the trial.
That's what I would do.
Could he do that?
Well,
The trial's already been set, but if this got put in after the trial was set, could the judge read this and be like, "Oh,
well, I guess she has a right to come to court, swear under oath, and tell her story. But I don't see how, under these circumstances, she could ever prove that she has a genuine, reasonable fear of this person. He's the one who should be in fear of her. She's ruined his life for 10 years with all these lies.
Oh, I like this part. When a petitioner's credibility has been eviscerated as thoroughly as Ms. Owens has, the court cannot find her purported fear objectively reasonable. Owens points to no new incidents or threats in the 5 years since the DVRO was last renewed.
Exactly.
Maricini has scrupulously complied with the order. Owens's case for renewal thus rests entirely on recycled allegations from the past, allegations that are demonstrably false, Maricini's compliance with a legally issued subpoena, and a forensic investigation of his communications with Laura, inspired by Owens' continued defamation of his character through her public identity. You know what I wish he would have put in here, though? I would like him to have fought for Maricini's First Amendment right to speak about how he has been treated by this woman.
For
Because
sure.
she also put in her renewal the fact that he did an interview with media, with me, as being a reason for
So what?
saying that he violated the
No.
restraining order.
Absurd.
Of course it's absurd. He has a First Amendment right, but that should be in here. That's the one thing
There
that's missing.
is, however, a legitimate basis to refer Miss Owens for criminal prosecution in the state of
Yep.
California. Yeah. I mean,
Refer her for prosecution in California
fraud,
too.
perjury.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Finally, the court should consider the broader policy implications. The Domestic Violence Prevention Act's noble purpose is to protect true victims of abuse. This is why everyone was so furious with
Yeah.
Amber Heard. That purpose is undermined if the system is hijacked by false claims. Courts have warned against using restraining orders as tactical weapons rather than shields. 100%.
Oh, there's a lot of case law down here, too. Leahy v. Peterson, the appellate court reversed the renewal of a civil harassment restraining order because the Superior Court failed to require evidence of new harassment as mandated by the code. The court highlighted that granting a renewal based solely on the protected party's request and subjective desire without proper legal standards impedes justice. That is what she's asking for.
Absolutely.
It is, because he has done nothing.
Absolutely. The court referenced Ritchie v. Conrad to stress that protective orders impose significant burdens and should not be extended without sufficient grounds. Absolutely. In Ritchie, the court held that a trial court erred in renewing a protective order merely because the protected person requested it. The court emphasized that renewals require a finding by a preponderance of the evidence.
And do you know the first time that she renewed it, the judge told Michael Maricini straight out to his face, he said, "What do I have to show you to prove that I didn't do this? Because I already showed you that I wasn't even in the state where she claims I was, where I allegedly violated it." And the judge said, "There's really nothing you can do as long as she feels in fear."
Well, here's
And
the
this says that's not
no,
true.
No, it is, but it says there has to be a finding that she has a reasonable
Well, right. There was no
apprehension.
fear. There was no finding in that
Of-
she has a reasonable.
Well, then
That
the
judge was wrong.
Then he should have appealed it. Why-
Yes, but you
the
know,
court warned
again,
against, but that's expensive. I say that, but let me just pause here for a moment to say this happens so often in my practice. We do not have a wealthy clientele for the most part. We serve people who do not, they really cannot afford lawyers. Okay. When you get a trial judge who just blatantly ignores the law,
Mhm.
and then your client is faced with having to do an expensive appeal, and let me tell you, they are expensive. I did one in the last couple of years involving a wrongly issued contempt order against a man who the judge totally broke all the rules procedurally and substantively. The contempt order was wrong. I knew I was going to get him on appeal, and I did. I got him reversed on appeal. It cost my guy $20,000 to take that up on appeal because this stuff goes on for a long time. You have all this money you have to spend to get the record. You have, I mean, it's expensive. So when a trial judge ignores the law
Mhm.
and
Mhm.
will not listen, and you're stuck with, well, he's the judge now to fix it, I have to appeal. It's really not fair
Mm-mm.
because people who are just basic average people cannot afford this stuff. They cannot afford it.
Mhm.
But then you're stuck with this. This poor guy is stuck with this stupid order. The court warned against using protective orders as automatic extensions without proper evidence, as this could lead to misuse and unnecessary burdens. Absolutely. The court underscored in Marriage of FM and MM that domestic violence restraining orders under the DVPA are meant to prevent future abuse, not to punish Past conduct, very similar to the contempt standards. You can't use contempt of court to punish somebody. It's only to encourage proper behavior going forward. This is the same thing. If there's no evidence that she has any reasonable fear that he's going to do anything to harm her, the court has no business extending a domestic violence protective order. It's wrong.
Mm-hmm.
It's not right. It's unjust.
Mm-hmm. All right, let's read the conclusion.
Okay.
Owens has built her case on a foundation of falsehoods. She lied about being pregnant with Maricini's children. She lied about suffering miscarriages and undergoing escalating emergency medical procedures that never actually occurred.
She lied
About having cancer and crafted fake doctor's notes telling Maricini to be supportive of her.
She lied
About Maricini abusing her, even misrepresenting evidence to support that lie. Owens lied in her submissions to this court, and she lied under oath in 2 other pregnancy cons in Arizona. At every turn, when to undercut her narrative, Owens chose to double down. A person with this habit of deceit cannot be deemed credible, and her motives in seeking a renewal of the DVRO cannot be assumed to be pure. The court must carefully consider whether justice prevails by imposing severe restraints on Maricini's liberty, potentially permanently under these circumstances.
Not just his liberty, but his reputation.
Mm-hmm. Owens has not been subjected to any abuse by Maricini. The evidence indicates that Owens is the instigator of conflicts and that she is committed to tormenting Maricini for the rest of his damn life. Her bid to renew the restraining order is not a plea for protection born of genuine fear. It appears to be a ploy for vindication and continued leverage. For the reasons set forth above, Respondent Michael Maricini respectfully requests that the court deny Owens' request for renewal. Moreover, if the court determines that the original 2018 restraining order was procured through extrinsic fraud, it should be vacated. Yep. The seriousness of extending or potentially making permanent a DVRO requires strict adherence to due process and fundamental fairness, particularly where substantial evidence shows the underlying order was obtained under false pretenses. Although Maricini stands ready to address the merits of Owens' allegations, these procedural defects alone provide an independent basis to dissolve the existing order and deny any further extension. In sum, justice requires that this court not countenance perjury or reward fabrication. Owens has had her day, indeed years, under the protection of an order that was predicated on false claims. That chapter should now close. Maricini respectfully requests that the court allow the restraining order to expire, restoring his freedom and good name.
So I actually
It's fantastic.
Very good. I actually think that a trial court would be totally within their rights to find as a matter of law that this woman, this complaining witness, has zero credibility. None. She's destroyed it. She has no credibility.
None. Zero.
And
that was a very good argument that he made.
And there would be nothing wrong with no abuse of any discretion or anything for a judge to say, I'm sorry, based on the record from Arizona, I'm finding that you have no credibility. I don't believe anything you said. I'm vacating all of this. I'm vacating the original order, the original extension, and of course, I'm not extending it going forward. And I'm referring you like the judge in Arizona did.
That's what should happen.
That's what should happen.
And let me just say this, because we did talk a little bit about Dave and I talked about a letter writing campaign to the whoever the attorney would be that would take that on, the DA or the county attorney or whoever it is. But that really shouldn't be done until she gets referred. If she doesn't get referred, if by some reason, if by some miracle, Mike Maricini loses this,
how could he possibly?
I don't think he could, but I'm saying it's premature to do any letter writing campaign at this particular moment. What we need to do is get a finding here, then start the campaign.
Well, I'll say this. If Mike Maricini loses this in the trial court and does not appeal, that's unacceptable. He's going to have to raise the money to appeal.
He's not going to lose, but I wanted to put out there that that's why I haven't started a letter writing campaign at this moment for the prosecutor, because the prosecutor really needs to be notified by the court that this is happening. And once that happens, once she gets referred for prosecution, and I truly believe she will be, I think this is going to be one of those, This is going to be one of those epic moments in this case again. She will be referred twice for prosecution, I do believe.
I can't get this thing to work.
Here.
Oh my God.
Here.
I hate these things.
I know. Like, I
Everybody
told
on
you.
this chat
There.
knows how much I hate these things.
All right.
I mean, the people who've seen me on here before, you know.
Why won't this open? I'm trying to.
Aw, what a cute picture.
I'm trying to open this. Couldn't download. Network issues. What? All right, hold on. The motion to disqualify does not want to open for me. There it is. Is this it? Wait, hold on. This doesn't look like. This looks like the same thing we just
That's
read.
a form. No, wait.
What is this? Oh yeah,
Yes,
this is it. This is it. This is it. Okay. It's 141 pages? No, surely not. That must be the exhibits. We're not if it is, we're not doing all of that.
No,
We
I
can't.
can't.
We have to, our backs are hurting us. We're sitting on benches, for crying out loud. Okay. To petitioner Laura Owens and her attorney of record, please take notice that on October 10th, 2025 at 8:30 a.m., the Department of 405A, San Francisco County Superior Court, respondent Mike Maricini will and hereby does move for an order disqualifying David Gingras, Esquire, from representing petitioner Laura Owens in the pending domestic violence restraining order renewal proceeding in this action. This motion is made on the following grounds, each an independent basis for disqualification.
Wait, pause. This is amazing. First of
Mhm.
all, let me tell you, if he wins this, this is a big deal. It's very hard to get somebody bumped off a case. Very, very hard.
Right, because you have a right to choose the lawyer that you want.
And if he wins it, good for him. I've won one. I've done it once, and it's not easy to do.
Well, I have a feeling this one's going to be easier than most.
Well, what's his conflict? Let's hear this. What is it?
You want to read this?
Okay, Mr. Gingras has a personal conflict of interest that material limits his ability to represent petitioner. He is the subject of a pending state bar disciplinary proceeding arising out of his conduct toward respondent in this case.
Mike Maricini.
So he's up.
He's under
California bar?
No, Arizona.
Well, what did he do to Maricini in Arizona? Oh, the thing.
He
at the
tried to get him
courthouse.
arrested.
Okay, Gingras has stated he intends to use this case to elicit testimony from Maricini that will aid in his defense in the investigation into his misconduct against Maricini. Yeah, that's improper. Mr. Gingras's personal interest in defending his own conduct and license creates a concurrent conflict of interest between his interests and those of his client in violation of Rule 1.7 of the California Rules of Professional Conduct. That is interesting because he will be doing something not to help Laura, but to help himself, is what the argument is. Advocate witness role. Mr. Gingras is a necessary witness on pivotal contested factual issues in the DVRO renewal hearing, specifically his alleged misuse of law enforcement to have responded arrested on a baseless charge of violating the DVRO, which is also the subject of the bar complaint involving Maricini, for which the Arizona State Bar has recommended an order of probable cause. Mr. Gingras's dual role as advocate and witness contravenes Rule 3.7, the advocate witness rule, which generally prohibits an attorney from acting as trial counsel in a matter where he is likely to testify on a material matter. None of the narrow exceptions to this rule apply here, as Mr. Gingras's testimony relates to a hotly contested incident central to the case, not to an uncontested issue or mere formalities. Petitioner's consent, if any, to Mr. Gingras's dual role does not resolve the problem. Courts retain discretion to disqualify an attorney witness, notwithstanding client consent, to prevent prejudice to the opposing party or confusion of the fact finder. Okay, so if there's a jury, that's more of a problem. But this is a judge thing, not a jury. So.
And we have footnotes. You want to read these?
Courts may remove counsel even with informed written consent to prevent prejudice and protect the judicial process. The advocate witness rule exists to avoid jury confusion and conflicts between advocacy and testimony. Right, because if there's a jury, that's not good to do in front of a jury. But when you're working with just a judge, the judge can usually sort that out. Okay. Geringer v. Blue Rider Finance, the court reiterated that courts retain discretion to disqualify an attorney under 3.7, even with client consent, to protect the integrity of the judicial process. Court emphasized that disqualification must be based on a convincing demonstration of prejudice to the opposing party or injury to the judicial process. Okay.
Prejudice to respondent and threat to trial fairness. Allowing Mr. Gingras to continue as counsel under these circumstances will prejudice respondent's rights. and undermine the integrity of the proceedings. Mr. Gingras' personal stake in the outcome, avoiding self-incrimination for further discipline, creates a risk that his advocacy is driven by self-interest rather
Yeah.
than his client's best interest.
That's your best argument. I think.
His presence at trial counsel will also force respondent to confront and possibly cross-examine Mr.
Yeah.
Gingras as a witness, an inherently prejudicial scenario that blurs the line between argument and evidence. This dual role could mislead or confuse the court and impugn the integrity of the judicial process, which the court has a duty to safeguard. This motion is and will be based upon this notice of motion and motion, the attached memorandum of points and authorities, the concurrently filed declaration of respondents counsel Omar Serrato, all pleadings and records on file in this action, and such further evidence or argument as may be presented at or before the hearing on this matter. Oh God, there's a memorandum. Oh, how much longer does
It's
this go
probably
on?
much longer than the motion.
Oh, we may have to come back and do this at another time. I just can't sit here any longer. My back
Yeah.
hurts. We've been here for an hour and a half.
Yeah, we got to stop.
We have to stop.
We'll come back and do the memo later.
Yeah, we will. But yeah, because we don't want to go too much longer.
Do you have any
anyway.
more chats you need to do?
Yes. So we did that one. Allie S, thanks for the 2.
Did you do this one?
I did.
Okay.
Pokey conditions, got to catch them all. You answered it, remember?
Oh, yeah.
Just J Hip, thanks for the 10. When will Omar start issuing silly blogs and X posts? He's really dropping the ball. What lawyer is going to be in charge of the webcasts and media? Is he bringing Bruce on board? Yeah, it's weird to see a good lawyer how a good lawyer behaves, right? He's not all over the internet spewing stuff. Sassy Mama C, thanks for the 2. Megan says, can you read this? Meg has missed me 2 times.
Sorry,
I did?
Sassy Mama.
Where did I miss you?
She didn't mean to.
But
We've been having technical problems all day today.
You mean today or earlier? I haven't got to the super tips yet, so there could be some in there. I didn't mean to miss anybody. So I'm sorry about that. Let's see. We've got Marissa F. I think I have to change my OBS screen though in order for this to work properly. Yeah, we have to get smaller down here. This is annoying.
I don't know how you do all this stuff.
Ugh. Look,
Squash our faces.
Yeah, there. Here, now that'll work. Here we go. Marissa F. Thanks for the 15.
Laura Owens is pregnant. Laura Owens isn't pregnant.
Objection grounds.
Overruled.
I have all the proof. I'll show it all one day if I still have my LOLIer license.
All the best. We can move that down. All right, let's see. Looks like we are all good. I think. Oh, here we go. Kitty Kitty Meow, thanks for the 10. I just got here and you're vanishing like my twins. I'm actually surprised more of you didn't use the pregnancy faker voice today in the super tips, which is funny. All right, we'll come back at another time, maybe tomorrow. I don't know. We'll see. Because I do want to read the David Gingras disqualification thing, obviously. And that's going to be hilarious. So, but we'll come back and do it at a different time. DeFloofy Cat, thanks for the 2. What's with the initials LMO, LMNOP, and L-Lipsy? I know everybody, just be wary of, I guess, women whose names start with L. We're having a problem. Sorry, Linda Lou, but Linda Lou's got LL. I did see that today. Laura Owens is declaring to be indigent now. That's her latest move. She's declaring for indigence.
Do you think she has a trust fund?
I don't know, but she lives in $1 million house and has horses. So I'm not really.
That doesn't really look indigent.
But we'll see. We'll see. All right.
I'm behind, but my daughter rode and jumped competitively, watched one of Ella's videos and said she looked like a middle school rider.
Well, she does ride with middle schoolers. That's who she's competing against.
What? How is that allowed? There aren't age rules?
I don't think so.
What?
But the kind of jumping she does is like what preteens and teens do. She
Really?
never really got past that skill.
Well, I'm
level.
impressed that anyone can do that at all.
True. Me too. It's not, I mean, I wouldn't want to jump anything in a horse. I
No.
mean, horses are kind of scary.
She drove her parents into bankruptcy. Did she really?
Yeah, they filed for bankruptcy, but I'm not sure if that, we don't know if, let's just say we don't know how honest they're being about all of that. Let's just say that, right?
Sad.
So that's currently going on. It's currently still happening. All right, I'm going to leave you guys with a song, probably your favorite, because I know you guys are always asking. You're always asking for this one. I believe this is the updated version of Minor Perjury. Have a great rest of your afternoon, everyone. Thanks for tuning in. We'll see you later.
But to tell you the truth, oh yes I did. I raised my hand and nodded my head. Nothing but the truth, so help me God. I swore on the Bible, and Gingras gave me the nod. Then I spun a tale so wild, no one could believe. Fake scans only Adobe could achieve.
Hi, Alex. Bye, Alex. Bye, Alex.
Story keeps changing, sonograms rearranging, and judges ain't paying attention to anything. What do you mean it's a felony? It's just a little minor perjury. When your twins disappear, it's not an emergency. It's just a little minor perjury. It's just a little minor perjury. It's just a little minor perjury. Oh, oh, napkin lady is a cog in my wheel. Her notemaid got me a TEDx spiel. Now my lies are repeated everywhere, doing interviews with lead press on head. How did she hear us through all that noise? Why do you ask? Everybody knows it's the bad boys. They're the ones at fault, it's not me. I just committed a little minor perjury. Why don't you just take me? Instead you made me commit minor perjury. Why are you coming at me? It's only a little minor perjury. It clearly is Survivor, and I paid for it on Fiverr. Or couldn't you just take me? Instead you made me commit minor perjury. It's only you coming at me. It's only a little minor perjury. I'm clearly a survivor, and I paid for it on Fiverr. Why couldn't you just date me? Instead you made me commit. Why are you coming at me? It's only a little minor perjury. Oh no, I might go to jail. The judge is gonna set the bail. The system finally caught up to me. They breached my residence. My arts and crafts are now evidence. Body cams on the way, and I'll never let down this day. My future is uncertain, you see. I thought it was only a little minor perjury. Why do you all hate me and make me commit minor perjury?